Welcome to the second lesson of moral capabilities. This lesson is about the extended family. This is one of the environments that influence us and upon which we can exert influence. It is an environment where our moral capabilities are developed. In fact, the family is the most basic organizational unit of society. It's where a person is prepared to face the challenges of life. It is where his value system is mainly formed. But unfortunately, it is also in the family that harmful habits and attitudes can be developed. Unfortunately, the institution of the family is facing a crisis today. Families are forgetting such values and principles that have sustained them for centuries. Therefore, humanity is losing the important family space in which future builders of a new civilization can be developed. Our duty is to formulate a new conception of the family that can help humanity in the changing world of today. In this lesson, we are going to think about how the family should be so that it can act as one of the important social spaces in which moral capabilities can be practiced. To understand this better, we need to consider a few types of families. The first is the type in which some members exert undue power over others. In other words, the dominating families. In such families, there are a number of instruments of power that are used to dominate others. These instruments include money, physical force, the strength of someone's character in relation to the weaknesses of others, for example, one's higher intellectual abilities, and a misguided understanding of authority because of one's age or position. To understand this better, we need to discuss how these instruments are used to dominate other family members. However, when discussing, we should make sure not to discuss any real family, because that will be backbiting and gossiping. Moreover, we should avoid exaggerating such dominance and keep away from making unacceptable generalizations about certain people. After discussing the dominating families, we should discuss another type of family that is at the other extreme and is characterized by the total freedom and self-satisfaction of its individual members. These are permissive families, whose focus is the satisfaction of the personal needs expressed by each member. The atmosphere in such a family does not encourage hard work and cooperation. The children feel lonely and not loved. We need to also discuss some of the sentences that are exchanged among the members of a permissive family. To remedy the malfunctioning of the family, in some countries, certain institutional arrangements have been tried. For example, daycare centers and others. Although there have been some achievements in these experiments, new distortions have appeared in the character of children raised in those environments. Hence, we conclude that at this point of history, the most appropriate environment for upbringing the children is for them to live with both parents and at the same time have the advantage of contact with the other members of the extended family, their grandparents, uncles, aunts, nephews, nieces, and cousins. However, such a family can fulfill its purpose only if it is ruled by two principles of equality of men and women and justice, as well as attaching great importance to the education of all the family members, especially its youth and children. Here you are expected to discuss in detail the changes that will come to the family structure and the relationship among its members when the full equality between men and women is achieved in a family. After discussing this subject with your team members, you should prepare an action plan on how you personally can contribute to the establishment of this principle within your extended family, your institution, or the community. You should then carry out some of the steps of your action plan. Document them accurately and submit your report in the prescribed format. This report is available at the Bahai Academy as well as the course website. Newspaper sharing is the second cooperative game of this module. The objective of this game is to appreciate that a quality such as sharing, when practiced in the family, can make life more interesting, can bring more unity, and can stop wastage of the resources. Each group should be made of 4 to 5 members, with men and women having separate groups. Please refer to the game procedure for details. At the end of this lesson, another interesting activity has been suggested. It is performing a skit or role play about one or more themes discussed in this lesson. For example, how some instruments of dominance are used in some families, or what can happen in a permissive family. The duration of the skit should not exceed 5 to 7 minutes. After each performance, the audience will discuss the positive as well as negative aspects of the families shown in the skit.